If you think empathy is an exclusively human trait, you need to hear this. At a research station deep in the heart of the rainforest, scientists were observing a troop of gorillas. Suddenly, an orphaned infant appeared at the edge of the clearing, alone, terrified, and without a mother. Everyone expected the exact same outcome. The dominant silverback would chase it away. That is how nature works. That is what was written in every biology textbook. But the silverback did the exact opposite. The massive alpha male, a 400-pound giant, slowly lumbered toward the trembling infant. Hidden in the brush, the researchers held their breath. In the wild, male gorillas are fiercely protective of their own bloodline, and outsiders are almost never welcomed into an established family. But as the towering silverback reached the tiny orphan, the tension in the air simply evaporated. He didn't beat his chest. He didn't show his teeth. Instead, he let out a soft, low, rumbling grunt. He sat down heavily in the damp foliage and gently reached out with a massive leathery hand. With astonishing tenderness, he stroked the baby's head. Within minutes, the terrified infant was clinging tightly to the silverback's thick fur. The alpha male had just become an adoptive father. This wasn't just a fleeting moment of curiosity. Over the following weeks, researchers watched in absolute disbelief. When other gorillas in the troop grew overly curious or played too rough, the silverback instantly intervened, actively shielding the small orphan with his enormous body. He shared his food. He allowed the baby to sleep safely in his nest every night. He broke every single rule the scientific community thought they understood about wild primate hierarchy. This incredible event forced biologists to completely rewrite the textbooks. It proved that caregiving, altruism, and deep emotional intelligence are not strictly bound by blood relations, even in the wild. But if we look closely at the history of these gentle giants, the signs were always there. From Coco, the famous gorilla who learned sign language and wept for a pet kitten, to Jambo, the legendary silverback who famously stood guard over an unconscious human boy in 1986. There is a continuous, undeniable thread of profound compassion woven into the DNA of these animals. The silverback didn't just save a lost, frightened baby. He held up a mirror to humanity. He proved that true empathy, kindness, and the instinct to protect the most vulnerable among us are not just human traits. They are the universal laws of a much older, beautifully complex natural world.